Previously on RyRobio. If you ask somebody what is self-confidence, there's a good chance somebody will say it's a skill, something you learn, something you're born with. What it all boils down to at the end of the day, it's a state of mind. It doesn't depend on your status, your money, none of that. No external materials. Now that you know what confidence is, let's talk about where it comes from. But before we do that, we can't be here while we're doing that. We have to go. So I will meet you in our meeting place. Now, ain't that much better than being in the bedroom? I think so. All right, so back to this confidence thing and where it comes from. You see where we are now? This is what I call the inner world. What the inner world is, it's basically what it says, the inner world. What's inside of your head, your inner world. Some call it the imagination. It can be called the inner world. We all have it. And if you believe you don't have it, you do. You just may be out of touch with it, but that's okay. Nothing wrong with that either. And the reason you need to know where confidence comes from, true confidence, not fake confidence, is because without knowing where it comes from, how can you be able to truly use it in your everyday life? I know some will say, hey, it's how you see yourself. When they tell you where confidence comes from, yeah, how you picture yourself inside of your head. But that's a small portion of it, like the very top of the iceberg. Let me tell you why. If you picture yourself a certain way, it works, but you also got to remember it works in different ways. When you're by yourself, no problem. But it can also be altered when you're around other people or when you're in different situations. Meaning that that's something you can't rely on completely all the way. You can use it, but don't fully just rely on that one element. And if you've never heard of the inner world before, you may be asking, Ryan, how can I use this to be confident? What does this have to do with being confident at all? I'll be honest with you, most of our problems lie within our head and we don't realize it. And some of us have the inner world where we've created our own place. You might call it something else. You may call it your happy place. It could be your safe place. It has different ways to say it, but all in all, it's all the inner world because it's in your head. But the reason it helps you become confident and stay confident is because your body, don't take this the wrong way, but your body can't really tell the difference between what's real and what's imaginary. For example, when you're asleep, I'm sure you've had a dream where you felt so real in that dream and you woke up and you thought it was real. Your body responded to that dream, whether you peed in the bed, whether you woke up sweating because you had a nightmare, or your heart just beating real fast because you thought it was so real. It works the same way, except in this sense, you're in control. It's none of that, oh, time goes by so slow, I can't control anything in this dream. No, you're in full control of the inner world each and every day. It'll help you stay in tune with your true self so you don't have to alter your personality to try to become somebody you're not, or you can use that to become the person you'd like to be. But hey, tell me if this sounds familiar. Have you ever wanted to do something and you began to think, what if this happens? Or what if this happens? Or what if this happens? And it stopped you from doing what you wanted to do. You know what you just did? You use your imagination, aka the inner world. But I'll be honest with you, a lot of us use the inner world on a daily basis in the wrong manner. We use it to hurt ourselves rather than to help us. Like, I know if you watch any videos on this channel, you'll see I talk about anxiety a lot. And I say if you have anxiety, it's proof that you're a creative person. You may think I'm crazy, but hear me out. A person with anxiety, in my own words, in my opinion, if you have anxiety, what happens is you're creating your own world of what you're thinking is going to happen. Meaning that you're a creative person because you just created an entire world in your head of what you thought was going to happen. Now imagine being able to control that entire thing instead of using it to scare yourself or hurt yourself mentally. Use it to empower yourself and help you to get to what you want to do faster, easier, and to control everything about yourself. And so you can control more about yourself so it doesn't feel like your thoughts are in control of you, rather you are in control of your thoughts. But as I've said before, to be confident and stay confident, you have to let go and not worry. And being able to take control of the inner world plays a huge role in that, whether you believe it or not. Tell me, have you ever had a day where you were extremely confident and you could not replicate it for nothing? You couldn't figure out, why was I so confident that day? Why did I feel like I was on top of the world? Was it the clothes I had on? Was it something I was wearing? How it smelled? What was it? You just could not figure it out, no matter what. If that happened to you, let me tell you, believe it or not, you had control of the inner world that day without realizing it. And you had no worries, and you just felt amazing. Because once you let go of worry and let go of judgment, you're gonna be confident, 100%. Because I believe everybody's confident, just along the way we picked up habits and picked up other people's thoughts and kept them. But they're not ours. It's my job to help you get rid of it so you can be as confident as you possibly can and kick some butt while you're doing it. That's the best part about it though. But the day you were confident, your inner world was clear. Everything was good. But hey, the real question is, how do you access the inner world? Hey, thank you for making it to this part of the video. If you'd like part 3 of this series to drop, let's set a like goal for 10 likes. Once we hit 10 likes, I'll drop the next part of this series and we can go from there. But besides that, if you have any thoughts, drop them below. Subscribe if you like the content. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in my next video.